Mabel Rayveil is a member of the Frost clan, a renowned guardian family, and the guardian of the family artifact, the Frost Sword. She's like a living, breathing icicle, with her light blue hair and eyes and blue attire. And if you try to touch her Frost Sword, she'll freeze you where you stand. But despite her impressive lineage and formidable powers, Mabel is a lazy ice witch. She's the kind of person who would rather take a nap than save the world. And she's not afraid to show it. She's like a living, breathing shrug. Her mom was so bad that she left her at 9 years old for a younger guy. And we don't even know what happened to her dad. Maybe he went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back. It's a mystery. So it's no wonder that Mabel's got some serious trust issues. She's like a porcupine, all prickly and defensive. But Mabel doesn't let that get her down. She's got her Frost Sword and her icy powers to keep her company. Mabel is a magic knight, but she dislikes working. She's like a dude who'd rather play video games than do homework. But despite her laziness, Mabel is a formidable fighter in her own right, with inherent talent that more than compensates for her lack of effort and practice. She's like a natural-born ninja, all stealth and power. Her ancestor acquired the divine Frost Sword as a new life in another world bonus. It's like winning the lottery, but instead of money, you get a really cool sword. And Mabel's family has preserved the sword for decades in order to pass it down to a hero. But when Uncle rejects the sword and allows Mabel keep it for herself, she's like a kid in a candy store. Mabel's job was to protect the Frost Sword for the Chosen One, who would use it to defeat a dragon. Because Uncle fought the dragon without the sword, she was forced to work for herself. And let me tell you, Mabel does not like to work. She's like a sloth on vacation. The villagers tore down her tree house for use as firewood after Uncle slayed the ancient flame dragon without using her divine Frost Sword. And if that wasn't bad enough, they told her she'd have to work to earn a living or become their pet, even preparing her an actual doghouse. It's like a bad sitcom, but with more frozen villagers. And completely disregarding the fact that she still possessed the world's most formidable blade. Mabel was not happy with the villagers' treatment of her. So she froze their feet in place and poured ice water on all of their necks before fleeing her home. It's like a winter wonderland, but with more revenge. Most people characterize her as gloomy and reclusive. The villagers she used to live with despised her for this reason, because her depression often rubbed off on them as well. But Mabel's not just a one-note character. She's got a depth to her that most people don't see. She's like an onion, all layers and complexity. Mabel is irritated whenever she hears that dragons, particularly the ancient flame dragon, may be defeated without the use of the divine Frost Sword. She's like a competitive athlete, all fired up and ready to go. Considering her excessive laziness and funny personality, Mabel is a fierce melee warrior who specializes in techniques that prevent an opponent from maneuvering so they can't evade or assault. She's like a human icicle, all sharp edges and coldness. And she can also block Uncle's most powerful attack magic. In short, Mabel's a grumpy, lazy, fiercely protective ice witch with a heart of gold and a mean streak of ice magic. And if you cross her, you might just end up frozen solid. In the end, Mabel might be a bit of a slacker, but she's still a fierce warrior with a heart of gold or ice. And if anyone ever needs someone to take a nap with, she's their girl.